Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Friday, finally Friday. I can't believe another week has passed us again, which is fantastic. I think we're all happy to have the time whip on by during these kind of unusual times. So welcome back. Always happy to have you. I'm Carrie from OESD. This is the perfect tips and tricks here from beautiful Illinois. We are always happy to see you all. Please say hi in the comments. Let me know you're here. Tell me what you're working on. Ask me your questions, whatever you got. I love to interact with you in the comments. So let's get started. So today we're kicking off our very first Embroider-a-long. I'm really excited about this. It's something different we haven't done before. It should be super fun. I put together a little video to outline what you're going to need and the things that we're going to go over. So I'm going to get right into that. And then after that, I'll come back and I'll answer any questions you've asked in the comments. So while my video is playing, make sure you ask questions so that I can answer them when we come back together. I am hoping you will enjoy this as much as I have enjoyed making it. So let's get going. Hey, so I'm super excited to show you our new freestanding baskets for all seasons. So this basket is super fun because you can make one basket and then switch out the accents for the seasons. So this is the basket. Something you'll notice which is really fun is if you didn't want to put any accents on it, if you look at this, you can see that it's really pretty just by itself. So we didn't want it to look like it was missing anything if you didn't have accents on it. But what you'll notice is this dotted part right here. And what that is actually how the accents attach. But it's really pretty. It's just a pretty detail if you don't attach your little accents. So I've got this basket done with the two sort of spring flowers. The other things you're going to get is you're going to get a seashell and a flip-flop. You will get a fall leaf and an acorn. And then you're going to get some snowflakes. So let's show you how these attach. We'll talk about this a little bit more in detail later on, but you'll see that these just will pop right off. So you can switch these out. They're not permanent. You can just pop them on, pop them off. All right, so let's talk about the schedule, how this Embroider-a-long is going to work. So today we're going to talk about the supplies you need and give you some time to get all those things together. So if your local store is doing curbside pickup or shipping, please reach out to them and see if you can get your supplies through them. If you can't and you don't have these things in your stash, you can certainly order directly from us. You can pick your local store at checkout, so they will get credit for that sale. So that's embroideryonline.com. We would love to send you these supplies. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Next Tuesday, which is the 7th, we're going to talk about how to stitch your basket parts. So the sides, the bottom, the handles. And something that's really good to know is that these principles will apply to any freestanding lace projects that you have going on. So even if you're not interested in making this basket, you can watch our episode on Tuesday and you'll learn about some awesome tips for making freestanding structures or projects. And then Thursday, which is the 9th, we're going to talk about how to stitch the extra bits and pieces. So these accent pieces. We'll show you how easy it is to make these. Let's talk about some color options. So that's what we're going to do on Thursday the 9th. And then on Friday, the 10th, we're going to assemble our basket. So we will have our finished project, our finished parts for the project, and we'll talk about how to put it together. We'll also touch on the ribbon, some other options, answer any questions that you guys have posted, and that'll be what we do on Friday. And then Monday, which is the 13th, Monday, April 13th, we're going to have a basket show-off day. So I'm going to ask you guys to email me all of your projects. You can certainly post them on The Perfect Stitch, but if you want to send them to me in an email, send the picture, then I'll put together a slideshow of all of your projects. Tell me who you are, where you live, what your local shop is. That will be great for you to share. So I'll put that email address up on the screen. So on Monday the 13th, we're going to do a show-off of all the baskets that we've accomplished over the last week. So the first up is our Aqua Mesh. Aqua Mesh is a fantastic water-soluble stabilizer. A lot of you are probably very familiar with it. It's what you use in your lace projects. So something cool to know is that on the back of the labels is all of the instructions for use. So Aqua Mesh is a non-woven water-soluble. But it is something that has some strength to it. So you're gonna put this in the hoop when you do lace because it provides support for all of those stitches. So if you're making freestanding lace, you know it's very stitch intensive. So when you have all of those stitches, you really need something in your hoop that's gonna stand up to that. Because what will happen if you don't support your lace fully, and I'm sure some of you have had this problem, I know I've done it before I learned properly, is the lace, because it's so stitch intensive, can kind of pull in as you're stitching. So a couple things will happen. You will get where your satin stitches don't connect to the inner parts of your lace, and then your lace falls apart, or perhaps just all your bits and pieces don't line up. So what we always suggest for freestanding lace is 2 layers of a water soluble of some kind. So at the bare minimum, you're gonna wanna use 2 layers of your Aqua Mesh. So the next one is Badge Master. So Badge Master is what we're gonna use in combination with our Aqua Mesh. So we're gonna use 1 layer of Aqua Mesh and 1 layer of Badge Master. And what that does is Aqua Mesh is gonna provide your strength, and Badge Master is gonna give your finished project more stiffness and rigidity. Badge Master is a thick, clear, water soluble, and what it does in combination is that once you rinse this out, more starch stays behind. And so what that will result in is a stiffer project. So in this case, you certainly want your project to be stiff after the fact. If it's something, let's say you were making a lace doily where you really want it to be more lace-like and soft, I would really suggest still 2 layers of Aqua Mesh, but you're gonna really rinse that out. The more you rinse, the less stiff it's going to remain. And our third stabilizer, which we're actually not using as a stabilizer in this case, is our Stable Stick Tearaway. This is actually going to be used to treat our applique pieces to give them a little more stiffness. So we're going to use this, and we'll go over how this works in our next episode, to pre-treat your applique pieces. So you're actually going to apply it to the back. So again, for this project, we're going to use our Aqua Mesh, we're going to use our Badge Master, and we're going to use our Stable Stick Tearaway. So you're going to want to get all of that together. You're also going to need 2 spools of contrasting thread. So I used a more traditional brown and a cream for mine. You get to choose whichever colors you want. You're going to need almost a full spool for the main color because you use it in the top and the bottom. For your accent color, you'll need less than a full spool. So 2 spools of isocord thread for your basket. If you don't have a pair of alligator clamps, you'll definitely want to get some for this project. So alligator clamps are super important for assembling freestanding lace. A lot of you have these. Once you have them in your sewing room, you will know how important they are. They're going to make your life a lot easier. So get a pair of alligator clamps. To make your basket, you're going to need a 1/4 yard of fabric. So this is Essex linen. I used a darker brown on my first example. You can make your basket any color you want, but about a 1/4 yard of fabric. This fabric is going to be on the bottom of your basket here. So that's what color the main part of your basket will end up being. So get yourself a 1/4 yard of fabric. Okay, so now you know what you need for the Embroider-a-long to make the freestanding baskets for all seasons. I really hope you'll join us. We're going to have a great time making this project together. Super excited to see everything you make. So I think it's going to be really fun. I'm hoping you guys will enjoy this process, making this along with me. I think it's going to be really fun. I can't wait to get started to see all of the things that you guys make. So to recap, you are going to obviously need the new collection, the Freestanding Basket for all seasons. So I've got mine here. One side I have with the summer accessories, and I have the fall on the other side, just so you guys can see both. So you're going to need this collection that it can be purchased through our website, embroidery-a-long.com. Many of you have it in your your April spree memberships, but the collection number is 12842, and that is embroidery-a-long.com, freestanding baskets for all seasons. So you obviously will need this. When you're thinking about what fabric you want to use, I used brown, and like you saw, I'm going to use a linen color for my next sample, but you can think outside the box. So I actually am making one in kind of this pretty china blue color, just because I love this fabric and I wanted to see what it would look like. So I can't wait to get this together. You can certainly think outside the box. Just remember, the more neutral you are, the wider variety of seasons it's going to apply to without doing any, restitching. So collection 12842, that is freestanding baskets for all seasons. If you have questions, please comment here. In case you guys didn't see that, if you have any show and tell projects you want me to feature, the email address is showandtell@oesd.com. That's the word show, the word and, the word tell @oesd.com. That'll be where you can send your project pictures, but obviously feel free to share them on the Perfect Stitch, which is our private Facebook group. I'm seeing some questions in the comments that if for those of you who are spree members, if your store is shut down, send us an email at support@oesd.com and we'll certainly work with you. We've been in contact with all of your stores to make sure that you get your spree membership. So support@oesd.com is our customer service ticket line. Just know that we give our hardworking customer service people off for the weekend, so you'll hear from them on Monday. So speaking of Monday, we actually have a really special guest. Tim, who's one of our artists, will be with us to talk about the process that is involved in making a new collection. So he's going to show some sketches that will go along with our Monday's new release that's coming out. So really excited to have Tim. Tim has worked for us forever. You guys have known and loved his work, even if you don't know who Tim is. So I'm excited to introduce him to all of you. I look forward to seeing you guys again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Happy stitching. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and we'll get you answered. So look forward to seeing you all again next week.